Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, Michaela is singing, which means we are back in the lobby bar for the week of June the 8th, 2026. Brian and Michaela with you, and we are coming at you from different places than we normally do. We're both traveling, we are out of town, but we are connecting with the power of the internet and Zoom. Thanks, Zoom, for getting us together so we can talk about the lobby bar this week. How are you doing, Michaela?
I'm all right. I'm great. How were your travels? You're in Ohio. You're in sunny
Travels.
Ohio.
I'm in sunny Ohio. Ohio is Ohioan, I guess, as it goes, as it goes. It's good. It's good. We just got in yesterday, so a bit of travel, but we were able to catch a movie before we left town. Right before we got the early preview showing of Masters of the Universe, which we'll talk about more here in just a minute, and then extra more over on Patreon. We're going to do a little bonus episode for that over there. But yeah, doing pretty good. Doing pretty good with the travel. I'm excited because not only am I traveling, getting to hang out, see some friends and family, but the World Cup also starts this week. That's pretty exciting for football slash soccer fans like myself. And I was looking through some cocktails and Casamigos. So the World Cup, if you don't know out there, if you're not in the know, the World Cup is being hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So like every tequila brand is like, let's go, let her rip, baby. So I was looking around on the internet. Casamigos seems like they're pretty official in their World Cup. I don't know if they're like the official tequila sponsor, or if that's even a real thing, but they have a whole thing going. So they had a recipe here for just their basic Casamigos margarita, which is good. We love a margarita here. This one seems really simple if you're having a little get together to watch some soccer or otherwise. And then they're also rolling something out that sounds pretty good. We should talk about too. So let's do this, Michaela. Are you excited? Are you more excited for tequila or for soccer?
Um, oh, that's a hard choice, actually.
It's not
Um,
hard. You know
it's
it's
not
tequila.
tequila.
Everyone knows
Tequila.
it's
Yeah.
tequila. Everyone knows. Everyone knows it is. We all know. That's okay. That's okay. Casamigos. Casamigos is really good. Tequila, we're going to use some Blanco or some Reposado in this one. You and I both have kind of our ways that we make our own margarita, but this one's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, like I said, and it's easy to do. And it would be easy to like batch up for a crowd. So into a shaker tin, 1.5 ounces of your Blanco or Reposado tequila. Casamigos or otherwise, not a sponsor, could be. 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice, a half ounce of agave syrup. I just kind of eyeball that. I hate measuring out syrups, if I'm being completely honest. Then 1/4 of an ounce of orange juice. Go ahead and shake that with some ice, and then you can strain it. You can serve it up neat. You can serve it over ice, which is how I like to do mine because I like it to be nice and cold with the ice, and then you get a little bit of that ice melt. You could probably also blend this. Would be pretty good as well. So whatever you want to do, you can go with the lime wheel for your garnish, some salt or not. Your choice. But what do you think? This is a pretty simple one. But I like it. It's straightforward and still would be pretty good, I think.
Yeah. No, I like it. The orange juice is going to give it like kind of like a a brighter kind of flavoring. It's going to be a little bit more, I say the word sumptuous, because it's gonna add that sweetness that's going to balance out that lime juice acidity,
Hmm.
which is going to pair really beautiful with the tequila. So yeah, I'm excited. And you might want to play with the orange juice. 1/4 ounce doesn't seem like much, but this is not being blended. This is the way that you have described it originally, right?
Hmm.
So if you are going to make a big batch of this, I would watch the orange juice because if you are going to blend it, it's going to froth up quite a bit. And maybe that's something you love. Just be careful when you're doing that. But yeah, you don't want to overdo it on the orange juice because then it will turn into like a tequila screwdriver, and that's not the look that we're going for here. So just be careful with that. But
Do,
yeah, this
do,
is this is
do that on your
delicious.
second or third, not the first one. Have it a little
Yeah.
neater. But I wanted to make mention of this because we've talked about margaritas a bunch of times here on the podcast, but they're also rolling out to go along with the World Cup some bottled cocktails, some pre-batch things, which we're big fans of. Here we like trying new ones. It seems like they're making a bunch of new ones that are like better in quality, like all the time. These are probably being Casamigos. I assume that these are going to be extra delicious. So they have a bottled classic lime margarita. There you go. It's probably a similar recipe to this recipe that they had listed on their website, but they also have a Casamigos spicy margarita bottled, which sounds pretty good. So if you're not feeling up for making one, just grab one of these bottles. I'm going to be keeping my eye open for those now that I know, like I said, I think they're just rolling those out for the World Cup. So looking
That's
looking
pretty
forward to
cool.
that. Looking forward to
Yeah.
that. So let's talk about the box office here. We had a couple of new releases. Scary Movie leads the way with $55 million over the weekend, followed by Masters of the Universe, He-Man himself at $29 million. Backroom's Obsession, and then whatever the Amazing Digital Circus, the last act is, round out the top five. So, Scary Movie, pretty big return there, $55 million. Man, horror and things making fun of horror can do no wrong this year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm excited. I had a couple friends who were huge fans of the first two, that watched this and said that it was actually pretty funny.
Okay.
So if you're an original Scary Movie fan, I don't know the lore behind all that, because I just don't know it. But apparently, like there were three or four of these, and only the first two were written by the same people that came back to do this one. So,
Okay.
if you liked the first couple, this is up your alley. If you didn't, then go see it anyway because it's probably still pretty funny. Oh,
Still pretty good. So there you go. Yeah, check out Scary Movie. Check out Masters of the Universe. We're going to be talking about that, like I said, over on Patreon, doing a little bonus episode over there. We'll be talking and giving our thoughts on that. Had a really fun time watching that, so go check that out. Coming out this week, we have a new film, Steven Spielberg, coming out Disclosure Day. They keep getting more and more trailers out for it. I keep trying harder and harder to avoid those. I'm really excited for this. Not going to talk about it anymore because we're going to be covering it on the podcast here in a couple weeks after we've had a chance to take that one in. And I wanted to give a shout out. The Tony Awards were last night. Michaela Schmigadoon exclamation point wins Best Musical, and Liberation wins the Best Play at the good old Tony Awards. So good job there.
good job
Last
there.
week, good job there. Last week on the podcast, we talked James Bond, and Casino Royale on its birthday, 20th birthday. And next week, we're going to be, or this week, later this week, we're going to be talking about another birthday, 30th birthday for Fargo. So look forward to that. Make sure there's gas in the wood chipper, and we will be ready to go with that. Over on Patreon, we did our hangout a couple weeks ago. That was an amazing time. We have our bonus episode up for the Ewok Adventure Battle for Endor. That's available. All of our bonus episodes are available over there all the time. Just go in there, you can search them and see what you want to listen to. But we're going to be, like I said, talking about Masters of the Universe here later this week over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/drinkthemovie. So we appreciate our patrons so much. So, Michaela, like I said, we're traveling. We got things to do, including mentally preparing for Disclosure Day. I'm very excited. Very excited. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and grab some Casamigos. Let's mix up a margarita, and we'll talk to everyone next week in the lobby bar.